Hello everyone! Welcome back to CJ's Keto Kitchen. Tonight we are going to be making a fun summer treat, and it is going to be Keto Orange Creamsicles. So come along with me and let's get started. So summer is right around the corner, and my daughters are always chasing after the ice cream man. And I thought it would be very fun if, while keeping with the ketogenic low-carb lifestyle, we could still have something similar in a popsicle form. And so that's why tonight I am going to be making orange creamsicles, but I'm going to make them keto. So they will be fun for everyone to eat. And in fact, my children love these just as much as the sugary version. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first things that you're going to need to do is set up for making your popsicles. And here I have my personal preference for a setup. I am very partial to silicone, as you may know if you've been watching our channel for any length of time. And I have silicone popsicle molds here. They will be linked in our Amazon favorites. And these are really neat because they have just a little slot at the bottom for you to stick the stick in. Because sometimes if you use a traditional popsicle mold, you'll have to let them freeze for a little while, like an hour or more, and then come back and put the stick in because they'll fall over. So I really enjoy these. And I have a set that is 8, and they are just a little bit smaller than a traditional popsicle. But I happen to prefer that because that means I can eat more than one, feel like a kid again, and still keep my macros in check. So the other thing that you're going to need is some kind of small bowl. Just one of your serving bowls that you eat with is fine, because we're going to be mixing our hot jello in here, and so you want something that is about this size. I also have a whisk. You are going to need sugar-free jello for this. I'm going to be using orange because I'm making orange creamsicles, but feel free to use any flavor that you like. If there is a flavor of popsicle that you prefer rather than orange, then absolutely use that, but I am using a sugar-free product. And you need 3 ounces, and all I could find was the large box, which is 6, so I'm going to be using half of this box. So that's about half. So to our gelatin, we are going to need to add boiling water, which I have recently boiled from my kettle, and you're going to need a half a cup of that. So I've got my hot water that just recently came off the boil, and I'm going to slowly pour that into our gelatin and mix it, because you're going to want to make sure that this dissolves as fully as possible, so you don't get any lumpy bits of undissolved gelatin. We are of course going to be blending this, but it does help to start out with your gelatin smooth. Okay, so my gelatin is fully dissolved. So as I stated before, we are going to be doing this in a blender to make our popsicles. So I'm going to go ahead and put this mixture into my blender. Now, because I would like my popsicles to be extra orangey, I'm going to be adding a little bit of orange oil to mine. This is completely an optional step, but I do buy the Lorans in the large size. If you wanted to use vanilla extract or whatever extract for the flavor that you are making your popsicle, you can do that. I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of my orange oil. The next ingredient that we are going to add to make our popsicles is heavy cream, and you need 1 cup of that. So 1 cup of heavy cream into the blender. I'm going to turn my blender on and let this whip for probably about 30 to 45 seconds. Our mixture has blended, and I'm going to start pouring into our popsicle molds. Now, as I stated before, my molds are a bit smaller, so you might get a few less popsicles. I generally get 8 with this size mold. Okay, so there are our popsicles all put into the mold. I'm going to put these into the freezer. You need to freeze these for about 4 to 6 hours or until they're firm before you unmold them. And when I do that, we'll come back and have CJ tell us what he thinks. Hi.
Hi.
It's time to feel like a kid again, eating ice cream.
Okay.
You didn't even have to hunt down the ice cream man, so, and give him all your money.
You know, when I was a kid, that wouldn't have happened. There was no way. Well, my parents wouldn't have even let me do that. And we had the ice cream man. He came by in his Fred Flintstone car.
Yep. Singing the ice cream man song.
That's good. So this is the first time you made the orange. Mm-hmm. First time I've had it. That is good. I don't know how long we let this sit out.
10 minutes maybe.
Okay. So the reason I asked that question for everybody who's watching is because some of the test ones were super hard when they first came out. And so I think you should let them sit for a bit. And then, but this was really soft and it's got a good flavor.
It's orangey enough.
Yeah. I could probably use a little bit more orangey.
Okay.
But it definitely has the creamsicle flavor.
Good.
That you were going for.
Good.
And I like creamsicles.
Me too.
So, good job. I think people will like them. They were easy to make.
Yes.
So, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining us again tonight, you guys. We hope that you will consider liking the video and subscribing and hitting the bell so you will be notified when we upload new recipes. We are also on social media everywhere, and it is CJ's Keto Kitchen. And we hope that you'll come back again next week and see us again for more fabulous food. Until then, be well. Bye. I do indeed have a rest of the body besides just boobs.
I don't know why you're so hung up on your boobs.
I'm not hung up on my boobs.
Okay. Feels like you're hung up on your boobs.
Because it always feels like they're number one.
They are what they are.
Yes.
People who don't have boobs want to have boobs.
And people who have boobs wish they had smaller boobs. I would look smaller if my boobs were smaller.
No, you look weird.
Okay.